On this day in 1832, the first curling club was formed in the U.S. The club in Michigan was founded by Scottish immigrants, and Scotland was where the game was invented in the 1500s.
For many people, curling is a sport that they really only think about once every 4 years during the Olympics. But there are several clubs in Maine where enthusiasts and beginners play. Back in 2015, Caroline Cornish learned how to play with some help from the Pine Tree Curling Club in Portland.
Well, I think that curling is a really good fit for Portland. I think that the population in Portland is just kind of asking for something to do in the winter. There's all sorts of like softball leagues and frisbee leagues and kickball leagues, which are all great, and I take part in almost all of them. But in the winter, if you don't play hockey or if you don't like to go skiing or something, then it's a little bit tougher to find something that you can do during the week or just to go out and have fun and meet some people. And I figure that if a town like Belfast, which I'm not sure how big Belfast is, but if a town like Belfast can support a curling club, Portland should definitely be able to support a curling club.
And you've had a couple of Learn to Curl sessions already, and they've been really well attended, so you must be pretty encouraged by that.
We are. We're really encouraged. I need a group of 4. We're coming in group of 4. We had over 30 people at each of the last 2 Learn to Curls, which is fantastic. We have a lot of volunteers coming from other clubs. The Belfast Club, there's one in North Conway or Bridgewater, Massachusetts, where I used to curl before. And so they've all been helping, and all the people that have come here have just been having a blast. And we actually had a lot of people already sign up for the season that we're going to start in September. So probably about 14, 15 people have already signed up. So the league's going to happen. We just want to make sure that as many people as possible are in it.
So is the league open to as many people as want to go, or are you going to have a numbers issue at some point?
We can only fit 40 curlers on the ice, and so we kind of have to have 40 people, and that's a soft limit. We want to have a sub list afterwards, so that if somebody can't make it one night, we can call somebody and say we can still have a full team, 5 full teams. But you can fit 5 full curling sheets on an NHL size rink, which this is, and we want to have all 5 of those sheets totally full every week.
What is fun about curling?
Curling is a really social sport. It's funny, even in the international competitions, you'll see guys or the teammates, competitive teammates, people on the other teams, choking with each other, talking with each other, and just kind of laughing and having fun. It's a sport that you can take as seriously as you want to, but in the beginning stages, most people don't. And you're just out there to experience something new and meet a whole bunch of new people, which is going to be fun no matter what you're doing. But when you're doing it while curling, it's just that much better.
Great, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, cool. So the first thing that you want to do is realize that we're on ice, and ice is slippery, so you have to be very careful. This is a slider. What I'm going to have you do is actually step on it, and this plastic surface is going to run against the ice so that your front foot will actually slide as you're delivering the stone.
Okay, so then put this one on top?
Yep.
Oh, that's slippery.
You can use your other hands. So when you slide out, hold on to both rocks, and you can use them for balance. Mm-hmm. Okay? The first part of the slide out process, you kind of have to stick your butt up, just about half crouch, bring the rocks back behind you, and you slide your foot behind you. There you go. And push forward. Yeah.
Okay, like that?
Yeah, that's a really good start.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're very encouraging.
Encouraging and a total liar. But 3 or 4 attempts later, I am ready to try with a stone and a crutch.
Push, push, push. Yeah, push, push, push. Yeah.
To the blue line! Oh.
Nice job.
For the record, the actual goal here is to get the stone past both blue lines on the ice and then into the bullseye on the other side of the rink. You know, the way Derek did when he showed us his moves. No amount of sweeping was going to get my stone that far, but it does help when you're close. That's part 2 of the lesson.
And when you sweep, you want to be facing the direction that you're going. So if you're going to be on this side, your right hand should be down and your left hand should be up here. Split the broom into thirds so that your hands are about even. You want your head to be right over the top of the broom so that you can actually put some weight on it. Go back and forth. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Sweep! 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 Hard! 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 Go, 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 go!
Come on!
There you go. Sorry, I didn't tell you I'd be yelling at you.
So, curling takes practice. But that's what the Learn to Curl sessions are for. And Derek claims he's seen far worse.
She had the stance there.
A little bit,
and
yeah.
then here's the result. Caroline Cornish reporting.